So I just quit. I was going to make sure this worked first and then quit. But then it sounded like it was working or was going to work. And so I just dropped it and I left. I've never been happier. I'm so glad to be done with that. I have more time to focus on this. And uh, it's because you guys helped me get enough patients to do it.
Sorensen, can you introduce yourself, who you are, and where you practice, and what you do?
Sure. I'm Tyler Sorensen, Dr. Tyler Sorensen, and I practice in the suburbs of Philadelphia. I've been a general dentist for about 16 years, and I've been placing implants for about 11 years.
Awesome. And I guess before you were working with us, what were you doing?
Well, I like to do a lot of stuff on my own and like try to do it myself. I like to fix my own equipment. So I tried to do my own advertising at first, and it was a great way to throw away money. And I would make stuff, nothing would happen, nothing would happen. I'd spend hours creating a mailer, and we'd send out a mailer. I'd get maybe a patient or two. And I found out that I'm a really good implantologist, and I'm just not a very good marketer. And so I went out and I got a company that my brother knew somebody of, and I signed up. I prepaid for like a year and a half of their services, which was tremendous amount of money, over $60,000, I think I gave them. And I didn't get one all on four from that whole year and a half. In fact, it was 40, like 6 or 7 months into it, that I realized they weren't even advertising what I asked them to advertise. They were just doing what they wanted to do, which was optimize my website and this and that. And when I called them on it, they didn't give me any money back or anything like that. And they said they changed my ad, but I didn't get a single patient. And so that's a total
That's
waste
insane.
of my money. But we'd always have those monthly calls where they're like, dude, things are going great. You're making a ton. You're look at all these new patients. And I'm like, where are they? Are you, they weren't there. They kept like gaslighting me, telling me that they were, you know? Uh,
Well, that sucks. Uh, but
that's what I did
sometimes,
before I met you guys.
you gotta go through a few, girlfriends before you find the lady with the ring on her finger. You know what I mean?
Well,
Uh,
you hopefully don't find a lady with a ring on her finger,
so you
but
put the ring on her
maybe
finger.
you did. I don't know. So, but you're right. You're
Hopefully,
right.
I'm the lady with that gets the ring. But
Yeah, yeah.
that's awesome. So I mean, when you went through that, and this is the practice we're working with today, correct?
Yep. We've
Awesome.
owned this practice about 8.5 years. We've done a lot of word of mouth. All my own self advertising hasn't worked all that great. And I could never get new people except for people that already knew us. So,
The thing we're doing for you, right? We're doing dental implant all in for marketing for you, and we're handling that process of, you know, creating the ads, running it, getting the leads, calling them, booking them, making sure that they come into the office. What has been, your experience with our service so far?
well, like I said, at first I was afraid there would be too many. And at first, before you fine tuned it, there would be a lot of patients on the schedule, but a lot wouldn't come because I think I saw once an ad that you guys ran that you get 90 people that email back, 30 people that qualify, 10 people that show up, and 2 people that do it. Right. And that's what we're really looking for is the few people that have been weeded out by you guys so that they don't have to show up here and waste all of our time to find out that they can't afford it or don't understand it or don't really want it. And you did all of that stuff for us. So when they come in, they already know what they want, they already know what they need, and they already know how much it costs. And so there's like no surprise. My only job really is to be personable enough and to show them that I can actually do the work. And like that's been my experience that I got the right amount of people to show up. And not all of them are great because how could they be? But
Yeah.
certainly exceeded my expectations.
Fantastic. Can you tell us real quick about so back I believe in May, as you're running your practice, you were also doing surgery at another office that wasn't your own. Um, and you took the leap of kind of not doing that anymore. How did you
Yeah.
get to that point?
So when we bought this office, I also got hired as a traveling surgeon for like a denture company that's a denture implant company. And I'd worked there for 8 years and used them semi as a crutch because it was a very successful office and I didn't want to go anymore. But I never did the math to find out if I could still support my practice and not have that extra job. And I would go there once a month for 4 or 5 days. I'd put in 60 or 70 implants and then come back. And it was exhausting. I never knew really where I was. And so I just quit. I was going to make sure this worked first and then quit. But then it sounded like it was working or was going to work. And so I just dropped it and I left. I've never been happier. I'm so glad to be done with that. I have more time to focus on this. And uh, it's because you guys helped me get enough patients to do it. So
I
thank
think yeah, I think in the first 3 months you did like, if I have to check, but I think around 120, 150, which was really great to see. I mean, you
you.
were
Yeah.
just like, I mean, the first month wasn't as amazing, and then it started, you were just like, po, po, po.
So I was doing a bunch. So I'd say on average, since I started working with you and they started coming, I've probably done one arch a week, maybe two, and some
Fantastic.
5 arches this week. So
You do really well is actually, you don't strike me as someone that's like hard closing these patients. I could be wrong, but you don't strike me as that person.
not really.
And a lot of people try to get training on that to, ideally do well with our marketing. But since you don't do that and, you're able to convert these patients when you are primarily a clinician, you're a implantologist at heart, not a salesperson.
Right.
What do you think makes you successful in getting a patient to trust giving you 20, 40, $50,000 to do surgery on their mouth?
That's a that's a harder question. I've never really felt like I am Dr. Sorensen. I've never had people do the hard conversations with the patients and like go over how much it costs and stuff like that. I basically come into the room, I introduce myself as Tyler, I sit down, I say, "What do you know about this already? Because you've clearly been to a bunch of consults." They kind of speed me up, and then I just sit down next to them and I just start to chat and see what they're up to, what they want, what I can do for them, why I'm a little bit different. I explain that I don't put people to sleep, and I show them a few before and afters. I don't want to sit there and prove to them. I don't feel like it's my job to prove to them that I can do this for them. I want them to trust me. And I feel like if I'm the most honest I can be with them, the most like down to earth, just a normal guy that happens to be a dentist, I've found that anybody that I push to close a case don't like it. They don't like their results. They're not happy. And if they're not happy, nobody around them is happy. But people that just come in to trust me and start, they're, they're happy because they made the decision. I didn't talk them into it.
Well, that's your angle. It's the down. I mean, the fact that you come into the room saying you're Tyler. I mean, that's already. I think 99% of dentists don't do that. That's already like a pattern interrupt the second you walk into the room. Um,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
And a lot of the other places are such bigger, like the place I used to work for. Um, we'd take out, I'd see like 4 patients an hour. 2 of them would be full mouth extractions. And so that's like 15 minutes worth of my time. And so when there are new patients there, they feel like they're in a tornado. When they're a new patient here, I have time for them and I sit down and talk to them because we're not a huge practice. We're not corporate. I like I grew my hair long, and a lot of my staff and my parents and everybody said nobody's going to trust you if you look like that. But I actually feel like more people trust me because I look just like a person. So
I agree. I absolutely agree. How about
did the final impressions on my very first person that I got from you. He
wow.
happened to come here. I think it was close to lunchtime. I think I spent like 45 minutes with her just hanging out and talking.
It's a her or Judith?
Yeah.
Judith. Okay, nice.
Yeah. She did it upper and lower. She really, really wanted it. Her teeth were super jacked up and they look great now.
Can you
And
send us an after picture if you have one?
of her,
Yes.
when I send you one that looks a little better,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whatever. Not
because
like
she's
right
not
now.
in
Like,
the finals. When she
yeah.
gets to the finals, sure.
Perfect.
I
Awesome.
don't know that I don't have patients sign stuff to show that I'm going to use their stuff for marketing or.
Oh yeah, I don't want to use it for marketing or anything. Like we never get to see when we send a patient, we don't get to see the before and after. And like
Oh, okay.
our callers are like sometimes they connect with the person, but they'll never talk to them again. But like it's super nice to see the before and after.
Oh, then
Um
yeah, I've got some really good ones to send you.
oh perfect.
So
Perfect.
I I've been getting in the habit of taking the befores. So once the afters start showing up, it'll be nice.
Awesome.
So
Last thing, last question. What would you say is your based on experience and what you have now and ideally what we will be able to do in the future? Uh this could be anything, it could be the smallest thing in the world, but what has been your outside of making money and seeing patients, what has been your favorite part of working with us?
I really like my check-in calls with Elena because she doesn't like try to tell me that things are going better than they are. I feel like she's a real person too. And so when I'm saying, I don't think this is working very good, she actually brainstorms with me about what else can we do? How can we fix it? Instead of just like everybody else I've ever talked to just feel like they are just trying to get off the call and tell me that we're doing a great job. But sometimes it's a short call, sometimes it's longer, and it really seems like it's all geared towards how can we make this work. So I don't like being like lied to, or I feel like I'm smart enough to tell if things are working or they're not working. And I
Yeah,
think whoever, I mean, you guys assigned her to me, and I appreciate it because I think she's real, and we just do stuff and make it better. That's my favorite thing. That, and I get to do more of the stuff that I was going to miss. Leaving that job in Erie, Pennsylvania, I was afraid because I love surgery so much that I just take out teeth for free. I don't care. It's a blast. And I was afraid I wouldn't get to do much surgery and I'd be stuck doing fillings. So you guys have helped me get to do surgery still.
awesome. Cool.
Yeah. But I really liked this company. It's crazy. Like what, a year and a half with a different company that's well known in the ad like space, and you guys like just kind of keep asking on your Facebook stuff for doctors, and I finally attached it, and it was a month, and I had all these people show up. It was great.
It's
So
awesome. Dr. Sorensen, thank you so much for doing this and thank you for your time.
sure,
Let's make some more. Let's get some more
let's get some more.
torches for patients.